Good? Alright, we did the Caring Community Foundation, and I know most people probably don't know what that is. We had some stuff fall through with our first group, and it's actually an organization my aunt started. They're based out of North Carolina. She started it after she beat breast cancer, and she got a few other people to get together. Actually, one night they were all drinking, and my uncle just got this bucket and was like, hey, let's start collecting money for some people, and they were just going around the whole night. They raised like $760 that night. So they anonymously donated it to somebody who had cancer at the time after my aunt had beaten her cancer because other people had helped her through that. And that kind of started the organization. The president now, Lisa Grimes, to date they've raised a little over $3 million and donated it specifically to individual needs for patients who submit like just a request form basically if they're having trouble paying their rent or something because of their medical bills. So, oh yeah, and I'm Manny Morgan, go through, hiding back here.
Eli Simone. I'm Matt Duckworth.
John Bernard.
Kyle Tony.
Shane Sparks.
Aaron Smith.
James Cutler.
Dylan Young.
I'm Christina Schaefer.
Alright, some of our objectives for this campaign was to promote the awareness for the Caring Community Foundation and also raise money to support the cause, and then provide a fun environment and then break before finals because, you know, everybody likes to get out and have a drink, get white boy wasted before finals comes up. And then we wanted, you know, with it being kind of a new organization and a smaller one, we wanted to really get that name out there and say, hey, give these money people and help the cancer patients. Or these people money. There we go. Sorry about that. Jitters.
That's the year.
Nope. Okay, Target Public. It's not mine, but that's okay. Target Public.
Alright, well, we got college students. You know that? Step up there, Bernard.
Basically what we're doing is we're trying to raise money. We used the idea of, like you said earlier, college students like to get drunk, so we targeted 21 and older college students during Dead Week because we hoped they'd kind of have time for that. Originally we kind of planned to try and use radio and the Indiana Statesman, but that kind of fell through because we had a $0 budget and all that stuff costs money, so we just kind of relied on Facebook, Twitter, other free social media to get the word out there, as well as word of mouth, contacting friends and colleagues.
Okay, resources and evaluation. We have multiple means of distributing our message, and all of which were free. We measure our success based on the turnout and the amount of money that we raised. Like he said, we use Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. We didn't create an Instagram or anything like that because I don't know how to use it, and it wouldn't have worked out. So we just stuck with the basics, and if we could get 40 mails past 9 a.m., the cover would have met our goal of $200. And so,
or 9 p.m. I'm right there. 9 p.m.
Did I say
we didn't start drinking at 9 a.m.
Hey, p.m.
I got your status. I was like,
Yeah, responsibilities. Each one of us had one. Mine was social media, specifically Twitter. I started a Twitter page just at Caring Community TH to make it specifically for Terre Haute because they have these paid forward parties all throughout the country for it. And so I would just tweet downtown Terre Haute, tweet the Verve, hashtag the Verve, and then other people in the group would follow it, and they would retweet it to their followers. So I mean, there's no telling how many eyes actually saw it, but I think we topped out at probably 10 or 12 followers for the account. It was only 2 weeks, but there's no telling how much it exposed it.
My duty was to contact the Indiana Statesman and try and get information through to them, but that kind of fell through when we found out there was going to be $35 for a little bitty tiny information on a secondary page. So after that we decided to just kind of follow through with his stuff and tweet and Facebook.
okay. And then me and Aaron kind of worked together on this, and we were in charge of, you know, trying to get on the radio and advertise the campaign in that way. And well, where were you on that? You said
Yeah, you also have to pay. I love that move.
see, we would have been in the hole before we started. Then plus we kind of got a late start on it because, like you all know, we were doing the Wounded Warrior and we had some problems with that. So what?
Did I stop being wounded?
You actually had that.
No, we just couldn't
You had
get
to
You-
pay
you had
like
to-
$100 to have that kind of thing.
Yes, so we were going to start out $100 from the hole with them before we even started. And so we decided to do the Caring Community Foundation, so that put us a little behind schedule. So we didn't really have the time to get the radio advertisements or commercial outfits. So we just started working on getting the Twitter and the LinkedIn and Facebook stuff going. And then I'm at ATO, so I spread the word out through our chapter and was like, hey, come to the Verve, help us out. So,
Yeah, like he said.
My job was to help with like the design theme with Candace, and then I ended up making the Facebook page as well, and I feel like that got a lot of the word out there. Try to just like kind of be obnoxious and keep posting things. And then I also...
by the way, where were half you all?
I told you when I got the status, I was already drunk.
Yeah. You were better off
Anyway.
hitboxing me, so I apologize.
Anyway, I also did like use my own personal Instagram and like Instagram a picture of the flyer, and like I made another one, and so like that got like a lot of kids on it too. But that was pretty much basically what I did.
I was in charge of getting the approval to put up like flyers around campus and through some of the local businesses. Pretty much it. And assist with some of the Twitter and Facebook, just sharing it and stuff.
I had the venue and I kept communications with the Verve throughout the whole project. My coworker's wife is the bar manager, so it was pretty easy to get in contact with her and the owner to allow us to have the event.
I was in charge of doing the flyers, which this is what we came up with. And I used the program. What?
You passed around, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I guess I can pass it. And I use this website called Poster My Wall, so it like turns it into a poster rather than a, well, that is a flyer, it's a poster. But it turned out pretty cool. The picture appeals to our college peers and everything like that. And then just the different fonts and wording to highlight the more important portions of it, such as the date and what the event is and where it's at. And then I just hung them around school, like in different buildings, pretty much like, I put it in the rec, even though I probably wasn't supposed to, in the library, but they were everywhere.
I was in charge of finding entertainment for the night, like a DJ or whatever. I got it.